Everybody gets excited about technology and technology is social change, and everybody's thinking about Twitter, and everybody's thinking about Facebook and all this great stuff. The technology that we most need is ancient. It's sitting in a circle. It's the technology of being able to listen.
The civil rights movement was about singing first and then social change. And I think that that's a really important thing to remember. It wasn't people doing cause, take action, answer email all day long. Nobody wants to do that.
We don't want people sitting with a social change things to do list that overwhelms them.
And so what Engage is about is giving us a human technology to rediscover each other.
I saw Julia Butterfly standing on a stage. I had anticipated that Julia was going to come out and tell everyone how to live their lives. And instead she got up there and talked about God and about love and about personal and social responsibility and how the two are interdependent. And I saw for the first time that an activist and a yogi do not have to be separate.
We live in a world where if we close our eyes and spin in any direction and point, when we open them, we're pointing at a challenge, at a problem. And how do we take that on?
What's happening out in the world is happening because there's that sense of otherness. And here you are working within a world that believes in the opposite. We are all one, we all are connected, and therefore we have a responsibility to serve.
How do we make this connection deepen, and how do we make this connection last?
All of our research and all of the best practices we've studied have shown that when people are together in a small group, in community, they will stay together longer and do much, much more.
With the Engage process, what we're doing is re-knitting community, re-engaging people so that we have the human capital to then push through some of the political barriers that we've been experiencing.
Off the mat into the world means taking everything that you've learned on the mat and extending it out so that everything that you do in the name of love.
Engage realized that one of the places to begin their programs was in the yoga community.
This community is already in place. Let's go in there and see what we can help create.
Off the mat gives you the tools to be not just active, but effective in creating change in the world around you.
Model is called Engage, but the sector, the portion of it that we really are excited to be participating with all of you in is called What's Your Tree? And this is a process that allows each and every one of us to get what your tree is. And that doesn't mean it's going to be a maple or an oak or a redwood or birch. It means what is it in your life that could have you be more powerful than you know yourself to be?
What's Your Tree inspires people to look within themselves and figure out what it is that they think they can do, and then it gives them not only the inner strength and the power within themselves to go out and do something with that, but also helps them to create community around themselves.
Julia gave a speech and I loved her. I admired her passion and I admired what she has done and what she has taught me already. But Chris was the one who delivered that message to me.
Chris got up there and could hardly speak because he was recovering from cancer. And just to realize that the whole time that he was going through treatments, he was in this group and he was looking outside of himself. It was just so moving.
When I found out Julia was coming to Denton, I showed up for her Earth Day presentation. That's when I found out about the What's Your Tree program.
It's one of the things I'm very passionate about is the people who are working on, community cooperatives and community gardens and planting trees.
Change happens in a personal level, but it grows in the community.
We decided as a group to take on the Carlos Farm as our project, our group project.
The farm has been around since 1979. We started life off as a sprout farm. We were the sprout capital of the world.
When we found out that the farmhouse burned down, we realized that they actually needed a place to eat. Their kitchen had burned down. Because I love cooking and I love making people happy with food, I came back to my group and suggested that we go out there one day and cook for them. Never dreaming it would evolve into something permanent. It made me realize that my life was no longer about me, it was also about community, family, the world, that I actually could use my purpose to make a difference in the community.
And so that's why What's Your Tree is just such a beautiful thing. It doesn't have to be this one little person trying to accomplish something all on their own. And within Denton, you can see how that has grown because we've been involved with biking programs, with Saving Fry Street, which is trying to keep developers from taking over our community. We've been involved with community gardens. We've been involved with trying to clean up some of the streets. We've just been in so many different things trying to make the community better for so many different people.
It's given me a new sense of purpose. You know, I know what I'm going to do with the rest of my life.
The issues we face as a society are huge. We're literally facing if we get to be here on this planet or not anymore.
When everybody was focused on winning on one day, election day, people, they broke out their checkbooks, they wrote checks, people gave until it hurt because they understood the need to win on that one day. The reality is now we have to win every day.
What makes it more sustainable? It's an organization of the heart. They're interested in the human experience. They're interested in truth and love over fear and judgment.
The Engaged Network is about taking care of each other while taking care of the world.